Welcome back to Screamers. I'm Jessie here in the studio with Maya and Honor, and this week we're talking all about the latest Women's Champions League and Subway Cup matches, as well as previewing the upcoming international break. But first, we've got some news.
Screamers is now an award-winning podcast.
An award-winning podcast. Who let that happen? Who thought that was a good idea?
I have some things for you.
You have some things for me?
Jessie couldn't come to the Independent Podcast Awards, where we have just won Best Sports Podcast, and we really missed her.
Yeah, I was really, really sad to not be there. I was away in Newcastle all week for work, and it was obviously the worst timing in the world.
Honestly, boo jobs. But first we have the little book of the evening, which you can read the judges' comments about our podcast, which is very exciting and official.
Very
cute. That's so official. I was following along on the Instagram story on the night, and I kept in between like bits I was doing for work, and I was like, when are they announcing sport? Why are we doing every single category apart from sport? Is this a prank? Has it been cancelled?
It felt like a prank when we were sitting there.
Yeah, when it started with S, Maya was like, surely it's us next. And then it was like, no, it's sex and love.
And now it's science and technology. Anyway, here is our shiny award. It has our name on.
Oh my god! Woo. And I don't even have to engrave this one like the football one that we won recently. Oh my god! Look, we're legit.
It's got some weight to it.
That is an award. Oh my god! I can't believe
it's crazy.
We've not even been going in a year.
I know.
Isn't that mad? Shall I read out the comments?
Yeah, read out the judges' comment.
I'm going to put that there. It might get caught in the camera. I also, the judges, what did the judges say about us?
Just so everyone who wasn't there
yeah. Don't worry, we won't milk this for multiple weeks. The judges said, a brilliant podcast which gives an inclusive while informed, some could argue against that, fan view on women's football. There's a strong dynamic between the hosts, broaching topics in a non-biased and tonally appropriate way. An excellent independent show which engages its community and has, in our view, a really promising future ahead.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's very nice. I also have presents for you. Celebration.
My God. What a day.
Mama
I
done
brought
struck
coffee,
again.
so I've done something.
Also, happy Diwali, everyone, in this juncture.
Happy Diwali.
Yes!
Jenny!
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, it's a two-parter.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, guys, we've got brownies and Prosecco.
It's not brownies.
Oh, what is it?
Well, you have to open it and find out.
It looks like some kind of other cake.
Oh my God, and it's
there's
got
also
a glittery
tiny
little
card.
I have already eaten mine, so that's why I do not have mine with me.
Wow, what is it?
Don't blame you.
So nicely packaged.
Beautifully done.
Professional job.
Screamers
oh my God,
official
a
bakers.
tiffin, like a chocolate
It's
biscuit
chocolate
cake.
biscuit cake.
Oh, Jenny.
Gluten-free, of course.
Look at that marbled top.
My queen.
Look at this. That is Bake-Off worthy. Wow.
How stunning.
Thank you so much, Ginny.
Thank you, Ginny Don.
I love the little rustlings of paper we can hear.
That's ASMR.
ASMR.
Wow, this is so exciting. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, in the spirit of being an award-winning football podcast with informed views on women's football, shall we get into this week's ep?
So no WSL this week, but lots of Champions League action. So shall we dig right in?
Let's do it.
So Wednesday night we had, well, loads of games, but Lyon, Wolfsburg, Chelsea, Twente, Barcelona were all playing. So Chelsea, very, very convincing win, 4-0 over the previous Giant Slayers, Paris FC. I say that with
A fondness.
a personal grievance.
You can make jokes about it when you've won the thing, though. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Alyssa Thompson's first Chelsea goal.
Really great committed run at the back post as well.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was a really well taken goal. It the kind of win I think Chelsea have needed for a few weeks, not just because of
100%.
Champions
Proper
League.
thumping win.
Yeah, there's been some questions about like actually how good their attack is at delivering goals, and this was like, okay, no, we're here now.
Yeah.
It was interesting because it was like obviously a really good cross from Kira Welsh, and then you see Aggie Beaver-Jones just miss getting a toe on it, which she had basically been doing the entire game, just like missing shots, not quite making those runs in at the back post, just looking like out of form for the past few games, really. And then you have Alyssa Thompson sprinting in at the back post like, I'm here to save the day.
Just like constantly. There wasn't a moment where it didn't like she was in full sprint. Like, I don't know how she is consistently that level of high speed. It's ridiculous.
I think also on what you were saying on Aggie has looked quite tired the last few weeks, which is going to be interesting kind of as competitions start ramping up.
Yeah, I mean, she's one of Sonia's most consistent starters, to be honest.
I guess maybe as Sam Kerr gets closer and closer to match fitness as well, you'll be able to like
start her.
There's depth in the Chelsea squad, but there's not really like in that one specific position. That you have the same strength of like a secondary person. So I guess when Sam Kerr's up to speed, Aggie might get a rest,
which would be nice. Yeah. I thought for Paris FC, I thought they started off really compact at the back especially, and it looked like it was going to be maybe quite convincing at the back and that Chelsea were going to struggle to get around them, but they did sadly crumble.
I think once that first goal went in, once the first
and they did hold them off for a while.
Can we talk about Yo-Yo Rittenkannerid's header as well?
The header that it looked like she had no idea about. It just hit her head.
It's like Thompson just smacked her on the head with a cross and it went in the goal.
When she wheeled away to celebrate, I was like, is that a celebration or are you just like kind of concussed? Like I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Everyone just looked so surprised. I don't know if that's because she scored a header or because of the manner in which it bounced off her.
It was a violent cross that you kind of just needed to be stood in the way of. I don't know the last time she scored a header. Also, Kira Walsh this season for Chelsea.
Know.
I have in my notes to say Kira Walsh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because she didn't make the impact I thought she was going to make when she first joined Chelsea.
No, but I think it was always going to be really hard to bed into that team mid-season and kind of changing the way that they were playing as well in the midfield.
Yeah.
I think she also had such a target on her back that she was just being like marked out of games so consistently as well.
And it's the price tag pressure as well. We do. It is easy to underestimate how much of an impact and all that noise that it just generates around you can have on players. But yeah, good win for Chelsea, their first win on the board. And then Man United got another controversial win, if the discourse on Twitter is anything to go by.
God, yeah. I mean, shall we get into that a little bit? Like, for those who don't know, so Dominique Janssen was given a red card for a tackle on Gio, and then after the game she then went off injured, and after the game it was confirmed that she has fractured her fibula. It
was a red card after a VAR review. It was originally a yellow card,
and I think it is a controversial red card because it looks like she was pulling out of a tackle to some. It's one of those where I think you could argue it's reckless and therefore it does fit the bill for a red card, but it's also, I think the slow-mo replays make it look more dangerous than it actually was. Right, yeah.
In real time it does, like you can see she is pulling out, like it's not it's a clumsy tackle.
It's definitely not, there's no kind of malice behind it, or like what happened wasn't what was aimed for anyway. But then Carolyn, who is Gio's Brazil teammate, took to Instagram and did a kind of post that was saying how unfair it is that Gio, because she's now got a broken bone, is going to be out for weeks and weeks and weeks, whereas Dom Janssen only misses one game.
Which I understand.
That's a woke nonsense.
Like do you? I kind of
just think, what are you getting at? Like,
are you trying to?
You know how football works.
Do you want Janssen banned for the entire time that Gio's recovering?
Exactly. You're saying now, like if you're involved in like someone's injury, or you're like around them at the time, that you're then out for like the whole time it takes for them to recover.
It's like no one can say Dominique Janssen set out to break her ankle.
No.
I mean, and also like, I'm sure Dominique Janssen is absolutely devastated that that's happened.
No one wants to injure another player.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And also the game was then made significantly harder for Man U because of her red card, because they went one man down. But I don't know. It's
been discourse heavy around that game.
Discourse heavy indeed.
In a way that the game was not nearly exciting enough.
Unproductively discourse heavy, I think.
Did anyone else see the TikTok that Atletico Madrid made for Gio?
It's a bit much, isn't it?
I really liked it, like as a cute concept, but the fact that it's like starts with obviously fall.
Yeah.
While she's falling, while she's being knocked over, just go falling in love.
Bit literal.
Just a bit much, really, isn't it?
Quite hilarious.
But apart from that controversy, it was a second win on the board for Man United that came away with a 1-0 win, thanks to Rolfo's.
She's such a game changer for them.
Amazing volley.
She was finding a lot of space down that left hand side,
and also thanks to Fallon Tullis-Joyce.
What a game!
Yeah,
because like Atleti were throwing everything at
totally. Like she really pulled a shift for them.
That was like kitchen sink levels.
And happy birthday to Fallon, by the way, this weekend.
Happy birthday to our smartest player
Our
in the league.
favourite marine biologist.
Yeah, that means that Man United are one of only 5 teams who have now won both of their opening fixtures. They are 5th because of their goal difference. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Wolfsburg, Lyon and United are the only teams to have won both games so far. But Arsenal got their first one on the board, so it's coming.
Yay.
Were you convinced by this one, Maya?
What, the yay didn't tell you everything?
Okay, 1 own goal and 1 Alessia Russo goal from a set piece, which I'm really happy about. I am actually really happy that we have finally scored from a set piece, and that was a good set piece.
It was really clever.
Really well worked.
Really good. What I would say is I'm not convinced by the motivations and passion of the team at the moment.
Right.
Watching that game, there were only a few players who I really felt were driving, and they were Beth Mead, Chloe Kelly, Olivia Smith at times, Leslie kind of all the time, but it didn't feel like, it felt a lot like going through the motions at points. And I think Caldente looks tired to me. I think we need to rotate that a bit.
Need to rotate full stop. Like Kim Little playing again. When is Kim Little getting a rest?
Well, exactly, yeah. Kim Little I think still looks quite good, but Caldente I can really see she looks tired. Emily Fox, thank God, hasn't got a serious injury, but I was really worried when she went down because I was just like, if Emily Fox is in the back line, it's done. It's
Kadina, warm up, girl.
I think, Benfica defence did a pretty good job at suffocating us for large parts of that game. Look, I'm not feeling that convinced. I'm really happy that we got the win.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that is all that
it
matters.
was our glorious return to Lisbon, of course.
Yeah. It was a significantly less convincing performance, but that's by the by.
Yeah, I think you guys needed firstly that WSL win to kind of even things out, and then a Champions League win as well. Obviously, you would expect to beat Benfica, but good that you got the result.
Nothing.
The Arsenal story, 25-26.
Nothing. No, but look. It's good that we're coming off the back of 2 wins into the international break, in my opinion.
And some good run-outs for some players, like 90 minutes for Lotta Wibmoy.
Yes.
That's great to see. Taylor Hines looked like much more assured
much
this
less
time
out
round.
of her depth.
More her level.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry.
Burn.
But yeah, it was quite nice after like the difficult run out she had against Lyon that Slagers didn't drop her for the champion. Like it's quite interesting that like as long as you have the second string of players, like you get the League Cup, you get the FA Cup. No, Taylor, second choice left back, you get the Champions League.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how much choice we have at the moment in the back line.
Yeah. You're going to get called up before long, I think.
Oh, good. Well, I am back in training, so. Although I must say my ankle's feeling a bit dodgy after Saturday night.
Oh, all that dancing into Kylie.
All that two-step.
That'll do it, Gellin. We won't go through the rest of the matches in detail because there were a lot of them, but shout out to Leuven, who got their first win, 2-1 over 20.
Yeah, so they've had a win and a draw, so they're sitting pretty at the moment.
Just like Arsenal, yeah.
No, better than Arsenal.
Oh, fuck, we got a win and a loss.
Yeah.
Wow, watching that realisation dawn on Maya's face.
Just feeding into the stereotype people have of Arsenal fans. But yeah, there'll be lots more Champions League action coming up. Obviously, the 3 English teams in the competition were not involved in this weekend's League Cup draws, but lots of matches that happened all across the country with little to no fanfare.
Blinken, you may have missed it.
Yeah, attempted to find them and you probably missed it. I think the League Cup needs to really decide like what it is.
You're right, it is. I think it is suffering an identity crisis.
Yeah, this felt like no WSL, no no other women's football going on. It felt like a real weekend for them to make a splash of it, and yet
it almost felt like a no football weekend.
Yeah, it was really strange.
Yeah.
And like Sky have the right to broadcast it.
That's so
as part
bizarre.
of their deal, and they're choosing not to. It feels, I guess, this is the difficulty of the group stages and the kind of the format that I think if you don't watch the League Cup, you're like, why are they drawing and then doing a penalty shootout? That doesn't really make sense.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It's wild. And the Champions League team's not coming into the quarterfinals. I think they really need to figure out what they're doing. But having said that, there were some interesting matches. I think probably chief amongst them was Newcastle versus Manchester City.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but what a thriller. Oh my God.
I actually watched it after the fact.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday evening.
Yeah. For Newcastle to go ahead 1-0, then be behind 3-1 and then claw it back to 3-all.
And they were only 3-1 down, but like, one of them was just a really weird own goal as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then to go toe to toe with Man City in the penalty shootout and do 6 perfect penalties, and for Man City just to win by 1. I mean, what an absolute display!
And there was some City fans I'd seen tweets from being like, imagine being 3-1 down and seeing us bring on Miedemar and Alex Greenwood. It's like,
well, it didn't work, did it?
Like, sure. Hilarious.
Yeah. When I saw Miedemar on the pitch, I was a bit like, what is happening here?
It feels like, you were saying after the Liverpool game that like City looked shaky. It feels like actually their attack has been covering a lot of sins. Obviously the backline was a bit like changed. It wasn't they had some rotation, but it was still a really strong team. And yet Newcastle were forcing so many turnovers. There was such an aggressive high press. Yeah. Really good.
They didn't come into the game like cowering or being like, oh, we just need to close rank because we're playing Man City. They were just like, we're going to get something out of this.
Which is really interesting because the season's not really gone to plan for Newcastle. They're a lot lower in the WSL 2 than I think anyone expected them to be.
Yeah.
And this felt like the game where it clicked, which is probably not what you expected as a Newcastle fan. I thought they were so good.
I was so impressed. I was rooting for them. I was so sad when Demi Stokes didn't manage to convert that penalty.
Oh, of course, of all the players,
I know it's going to be
Demi
Stokes. I know.
But it felt like a blueprint for teams. Again, obviously they were still playing. They started with Bunny Shaw, Fujino, Yui Hasegawa.
I know. I couldn't believe what they weren't getting out of that game.
Yeah, it's like a blueprint for how to beat Man City. Although I did think that also every single Newcastle goal was an absolute fucking screamer.
Oh my God, yeah.
There was no spoilers, guys. But wow, every single one of them. Whereas City's were like
fumbles.
Yeah, fine. I felt for Claudia Moan because that own goal, she just completely cocked up at the corner, and then we got
similarly Chiara Keating. There was one of those goals she really should have got to, and kind of did get to, and then it still went in.
Yeah, kind of like went underneath her arm.
Yeah.
And the penalty, I thought the Moan was really good in the penalty shootout as well. Like she read a lot of the penalties and got a hand to 3 of them. I think. So yeah, in the weird League Cup format where they drew, but Man City gets another point because they won the penalty shootout.
It's silly, isn't it?
But Everton drew against Forest as well. It was the other big result.
Yeah, good result for Forest with that Amy Claypole penalty just after half time. And then 1-1 draw, but Everton managed to get the penalty shootout point.
I think it's still a good sign for Forest, isn't it? Aiming to come up and being able to go.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And now to be second in this group where you've got Man City, Newcastle and Everton.
And it will come down to the Man City game as to who qualifies.
Yeah.
And that could be anyone's.
Yeah. Well,
judging by their performance.
This is the thing. I'm like, the league, there's actually quite a bit of jeopardy in the League Cup this season. I think on most groups there are still 2 people that could go through from each group, apart from Group D I think is probably sewn up. But City and Forest are playing each other, and City are on 5 points, Forest are on 4. Group B, Liverpool and Sheffield are playing each other and 6 points. There's a lot that could come down to the last game before the heavyweight titans of the Champions League teams join in.
Step aside.
But I guess before we wrap up the League Cup, shout out to Portsmouth, who had to cancel their game because they only have 9 outfield players available.
It's absolutely insane.
That is crazy.
13 long-term injuries and then a bunch of other small suspensions or short.
Maybe Sonia could chuck them a few.
What, community service?
Yeah, they've got so many.
Imagine
send them down to the coast.
That would be so iconic. I just think, why not take the sea air? Yeah, exactly.
Who we should send down?
Actually, we should send down Jenna Niceswanger.
Honestly.
Yeah,
she's just gathering dust.
She's just locked in a basement somewhere.
Exactly. That'd be nice for her to get some sea air. Maybe I'd send them. Well, I don't know who's injured. I don't know what they need.
From the sounds of it, everything.
Yeah,
everything apart from goalkeepers.
Let's send them.
Every team can collectively send a player.
Okay, so we're definitely sending Niceswanger.
Yeah. Chelsea could send. I guess it's a good way to get Sam Kerr's minutes up.
Oh yeah, back to match fitness. That's a good idea.
City.
Who's Liverpool sending?
Portsmouth sorry, we're closed. We don't want anybody.
I think City could send Jade Rose to keep getting her more used to English football.
But she's been playing
she has, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I don't think they would want to send her.
It's not their decision, it's ours.
It's ours. We are.
I think Renee's
arbitrarily.
going to be perfectly happy to send on Jenna. So another week and another Screamer of the Week.
And another win for
competition.
honour.
Another win for honour. I have, regained the role that I had from last season. Maya took it away from me briefly this season, but I'm back, winning. Thank you, Kiki, Kizzy Welsh,
Kizzy Walsh.
for that absolute gorgeous banger last week. This week, I'm going to look to our friends at Manchester United, and especially our Swedish friend, Fridolina Rolfo, for her gorgeous volley banger in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid.
Nice.
Thought that was a great goal.
It was hit so well. She terrifies me a little bit. Her game face is very intense.
It's very
Yeah.
dead behind the eyes.
Like a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want to cross you, I don't think.
No, scary.
Scary.
But great
very
goal.
Good.
It was a great goal.
Are you picking mine?
I'm now out of sorts because Anna didn't pick what I thought she was going to pick.
Yeah. I don't know what I thought you were going to pick, but
It wasn't that.
it wasn't that.
So
No.
now I'm suddenly like, wow, I can choose between my two options.
She's playing mind games with us.
I know. I'm like, hang on, what?
What was I supposed to pick?
I want to give very special mention to Lois Joel, Newcastle versus Man City. That was an absolute banger.
I think that might be my pick.
I think the reason I'm not picking it, I think it's because when I watched it, there were so few people at that game. It just kind of passed with no ceremony. So I was just like, wait, was it a screamer?
I'm pretty sure I woke the children up upstairs by his shouting. Don't worry, there was an audience in East London.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend were definitely like, whoa. But then it was just then they just ran back and I don't know. It was just anyway. But it was a great goal and I absolutely loved Newcastle's performance as previously discussed. But the goal I'm going to go for is Lily Johannes in the Champions League, basically from the halfway line, scoring for Lyon. Oh, it was an absolutely gorgeous screamer and so cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Big old lob. The balls, the bollocks.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
goal, the gumption.
The charisma, the uniqueness, the nerve and the talent. Just, yeah. It's Lily Johannes for me.
I feel like I need to have 4 words to add on there, but I'm completely. it's too early for this. Two NWSL shout outs. One to Rose Lavelle's incredible free kick that just went top bins, and to Sophia Cantore, cheeky little back heel.
Yeah, love that.
Beat the keeper at the near post.
That was great.
Brilliant. But I am going to go with Lois Joel's
Nice.
hit.
Nice.
I thought it was like not just a great goal, but it came from Newcastle's game plan, working perfectly. They forced City into an error, really high up the pitch with their press, turned over the ball. Lois Joel gets herself in space, looks up and goes, right, pocket.
Imagine doing that when you play for Newcastle against Man City and you're just like, yeah,
just
loved it.
look-
So brazen.
It's just like, I don't care who you are, I'm hitting this.
Exactly.
And it was such a, Kiara Keating had absolutely no chance.
No.
It was a brilliant goal.
3 great goals, actually.
Don't worry, it still goes well.
Yeah. But we can try. We can but try, Jessie.
You can
There's not
try.
been a dry week this season, to be fair.
Yeah.
No.
We've not had to scrape for screamers.
No.
But we'll put the clips up on Instagram for you to take a look at, and you can vote on Spotify and Instagram stories for your Screamer of the Week.
So we are heading into an international break and there's lots to unpack here. If you all thought our Wales fixation was just last season, you would be wrong.
You would be sorely misled.
Wales is for life, not just for the Euros.
Exactly. We are going to Cardiff on Saturday to watch Wales-Australia rather than the England game in Manchester. But more on that in a minute. Shall we first dig into Serena's England squad announcement?
Yes, I think we must.
So just to get it out the way first, Millie Bright, as I'm sure everyone has seen, announced her retirement from international football just before the announcement, sneaking it in there.
Yeah. It comes as less of a surprise
After the Euros.
after she withdrew from the Euros.
Yeah.
It felt like she was maybe weighing up, where do I put my football energy from now on? And she must have had a conversation with Serena and been like,
Definitely, yeah.
You're not getting it.
Yeah,
you're not starting.
you're not starting. There has to be a sort of a, not a rebuild, but a transition now.
Yeah,
into the next
100%.
era.
And
yeah.
after a whole tournament without her, it's only natural to build on what.
That started.
Yeah.
So in the spirit of that, there are 3 first-timers in the squad.
Yep.
We've got Lucia Kendall,
Mm-hmm.
Katie Reid, Big up.
Big call.
And Taylor Hines.
Yes. The discourse around the Taylor Hines call up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I do think you're right that there's a big club bias because Taylor Hines played so well at Liverpool for a long time. I would argue she hasn't played as well at Arsenal.
No.
And yet now
and
she's
hardly played as well.
Well, yeah,
Hardly
and
played.
only now has she got her call up.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I saw some people being like, it was because she's now playing an system that's like England. I'm like, is she?
What?
Would you compare the Arsenal system to the England system? I'm not sure.
And her, previous to the announcement, her only start had been a game where she looked completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, it really feels like it's the same thing happened for Missy Kearns. She never got a call up for England, then moved to Villa and got into the squad. It's really strange, the kind of, not to say as Serena's, anti-Scouse, but I've started that conspiracy theory. But Taylor Hines had some incredible games for Liverpool. That season where we came fourth, and didn't
So
get a look.
true.
And it's not like we're stacked in fullbacks in England.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we are quite obviously lacking in fullbacks.
Yeah.
So she can play left back, right back. Unlike players like Maya Letizia, who Serena
my
wants
God.
to pigeonhole into
This
being.
discourse has made me really
There's
laugh
been so
this
much
week.
discourse around the squad announcement.
If you guys haven't seen it, Serena Wiegman basically said in her press conference that she sees Maya Letizia as a right back rather than a centre back. And then admin at Man U clapped back.
Yeah.
And they had a post of their captain, which the caption was, Maya Letizia has started 104 games for Man U. 103 of them have been at centre back,
which was deeply,
good.
deeply funny.
But what is
People
going
really
on
hated
here?
it, but I thought that was
I
quite
thought
funny.
it was so funny.
I thought it was really funny. I thought it's kind of irrelevant also because if we've forgotten we won the Euros with Rachel Daly playing as left back.
Well, exactly.
You will play where the manager needs you to play. But it was very funny.
I still do think it's interesting that Serena even I agree, you'll play where the manager will play you, but I do think it's strange that she's so Maya Letizia is not a centre back when that is basically all she does.
Yeah.
Is it just stubbornness at this
Yeah.
point? Because
Serena,
I think
stubborn.
if you ask a lot of people, they would tell you that she is the best English centre back.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so consistent.
She's incredibly consistent. She's really young. She's a good leader. She's captain.
Yeah.
She could score a great penalty.
I guess Serena has relied on relationships to an extent, hasn't she? But now feels like the time, Millie Bright, international retirement, Leah Williamson out injured for who really knows how long.
Yeah.
Now's the time to experiment with that. But then I guess we don't really have, it comes back to the fullback issue. We don't really have, once you get past Lucy Bronze, who do we, Jess Carter can do a shift at fullback. But again, we don't really have any specialist
No.
fullback.
Yeah, but Maya Letizia is not a specialist fullback.
No. Yeah, we don't really have beyond Lucy Bronze. I mean, who will play till she's 60. Everyone was like, oh my God, does this mean the other senior England players are going to start thinking about retirement? Lucy Bronze will not think about retirement until she physically cannot run anymore. But we don't really have anybody coming up in that space either. So it might be one to just sort of grit your teeth and bear it. Yeah. If you want to get
you want to play
team.
for England, yeah, but I just don't think it should have to happen that
No,
way.
I agree.
No. I do keep looking at Alex Greenwood don't you dare, don't you dare retire, don't you dare retire. But yeah, strong squad apart from that. I like Missy Bow getting back up.
Yeah,
Call
exciting for Lucia Kendall being called up for the first time.
I wonder
cool to see her.
I wonder if anyone will have to drop it because Jess Park's got concussion at the minute, doesn't she? That's why she missed the.
Is that right?
Or it's just the protocol. I think I don't know if she's actually
Oh, okay.
or if she just had to miss that game.
And I saw maybe Katie Reid was potentially had tweaked something in her groin, but I think
Right.
I hope Serena plays a really full strength team against Brazil because it's kind of like finalissima, but not. But I hope that the following week, try some of these new players.
Yeah, I agree.
And also not even new players, but ones who've been on the fringes. Put Laura Blinkilde-Brown in.
She's been playing so well.
I've been really, really impressed with her this season.
I'm happy
it's
she got called up again.
Andre has
lit a fire
within her, and she's just so solid, zipping around.
Okay, and then back to the main event, the Wales-Australia game. I'm so pleased we've got tickets for this game in the end because Jess Fishlock has since announced this is going to be her last international fixture. Jess Fishlock of Screamers fame,
friend of the pod,
but
also Wales's most capped player. If you didn't know that, we have said it about 500 times on this podcast.
Sorry, Screamers fame, but also you might also know her from her glittering Wales career.
So this will be her last ever international fixture. Wales are playing Australia.
Yeah.
What an amazing international career she's had, especially with the Euros this summer.
Yeah, to be forever marked in the history. Someone might eventually break her record for caps. Someone might eventually. I mean, I can't actually see it happening, to be honest. But someone might eventually break her goals. No one will ever be able to change the fact that Jess Fishlock scored Wales' first international goal at a major international tournament.
So epic.
We kind of thought this might be coming after the game against England in Switzerland. There was a moment where Jess Fishlock kind of took herself away from the rest of the team. It was almost like a take it all in. You could see her on the pitch. It did feel like this might come, but I'm glad it's come with the opportunity to say
on home
goodbye.
soil. Yeah.
She deserves that moment.
It's also amazing because she is going so strong in the NWSL.
Yeah.
Compared to the proportion of minutes that she's getting, which obviously she's not starting games, she's coming on to finish off games. Her goals and assists per 90 I think is the best in the league.
Yeah.
Or up there. It's absolutely crazy. No wonder the Rain fans adore her.
Yeah.
She's just
she's such a legend.
Unstoppable.
I mean, Rain are all but through to the playoffs, aren't they? I don't get the sense that this is going to be followed at the end of the NWSL season with I'm fully done with football. Did you see Rhian Wilkinson's I don't even need to do a veiled threat this time. This is the last time you'll be able to see Jess Fishlock, so get your tickets. Just funny because she'd said that, I think it was in their last warm-up games of the Euros, had been you don't get many more chances to see players like Jess Fishlock. And I was you won't get another chance. It is the last time. And we Screamers will be there. Tired from the 3.5-hour coach journey.
We're going to be playing chess all the way.
Some of us may be playing chess all the way.
Maya playing chess against the computer.
No, just doing the same 3 daily puzzles over and over again. She'd be great at them by the end
In
of the
case anyone hasn't heard this, Maya didn't realise that the puzzles that she gets free with her chess.com app are in fact only 3 puzzles.
Same every day.
And she'd just been repeating them every day.
But if any of
how
our,
long?
I thought for 12 days. I thought I was improving.
If any of our wonderful listeners want to challenge her on chess.com to a game.
I'm desperate for opponents. Find me at Maya Bishi. That's my name.
What's Bishi?
Like a bishop.
What?
Obviously like Bishop. So that would be what Maya's doing on the way to Cardiff. And on the way back, I guess we will have to try and stream the England-Brazil game.
Yeah, and get over our heartbreak that it's the last time we'll ever see Jess Fishlock play.
Well, unless we fly out to Seattle.
So true.
Which I think is
We're still waiting on that spawn.
It's the only reasonable thing to do. Before we go, should we check in on the Woso Community Noticeboard? Who's got something to add this week?
Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting that WSL have announced that they have partnered with Apple to revitalise the league technologically using MacBooks, iPads,
Apple
AirPods,
Watches.
iPhones for coaches, video analysis.
The future is here.
Refereeing. The future is here. I feel like there's something interesting about this, but I haven't figured out what that is yet.
Do you reckon this comes from all of the free promo they've got from Brian Sorensen, his single AirPod?
Well, yeah.
I want to know what is so interesting about this because I have seen it so widely reported and posted and I don't know why I'm supposed to care.
I don't think it... Well, I don't know. For WSL teams, I'm like, okay, wait, I guess maybe WSL 2 teams that don't have that level of budget to be able to invest in all of this tech infrastructure. It's another deal that rather than big teams spending on it, is actually a deal that's been done. Feels like a lot of the deals are being done in a way that we will partner with you if you partner with all
Everyone,
of the teams.
Yeah.
Which,
the boot deals and stuff. Quite broad.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's quite nice because it's bringing everyone up to the same.
Yeah, it's the specifics
level.
of the tech deal I don't really understand yet. But it's...
I can really vouch that iPads are very useful for chess.com. So
maybe
I'm
that's
excited.
what it's for. Maybe there's going to be an inter-team chess tournament.
Or with me.
Or with you. Get in there.
More
Again, what
opponents.
was it? Maya Bishi?
Maya Bishi.
No, I did think that was quite interesting. I mean, the WSL is making lots of moves at the minute. The other thing that I saw was that they are considering borrowing tens of millions of pounds to, quote, accelerate growth plans.
Intriguing.
Very suspicious look on your face there,
just
Anna.
very mysterious. It's like always this kind of clouded language, isn't it, around growth and acceleration, and it's like, how do you plan to do that?
Did you say they're borrowing it from Goldman Sachs?
Yeah, so it was Matt Hughes in The Guardian. Apparently, they have commissioned the investment bank Goldman Sachs and the accountancy firm Deloitte to examine ways of raising funding, and a loan is the preferred option at this stage. They would use it to increase central payments to all clubs and prize money, with the aim of stimulating further growth in sponsorship, broadcast deals, and club-led investment as a result of creating a better product. So
on the face of it, that doesn't actually sound bad. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. And I guess it's whether it does actually generate, I guess, that extra growth, or whether some owners who maybe aren't contributing that much to women's football anyway are like, oh, well, the league's providing more support now for the team, so I can probably withdraw some of those pennies.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's quite interesting. They're making a lot more moves in this first season than I kind of thought that they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that it'll be interesting to follow along with that one and see what actually does happen.
Yeah,
it might be a future discussion.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be more vague news about it coming up.
And another big bit of news is that one of my absolute faves, and probably one of the world's absolute faves, Kristen Press, just announced her retirement.
Yeah.
Just played her last game for Angel City.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is mad. So it was a double whammy.
End of an era. Yeah, double whammy at that game. Crazy.
Double whammy with Ali Riley also announcing her retirement.
Her first and last appearance this season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because she's been injured.
It's been a, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was a real end of an era.
2 NWSL legends.
New Zealand
legend.
US national team legend.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fight. I think that might be, with Kristen Press retiring, that might be the last of the Alex Morgan and 10 Lesbians team that won the 2019 World Cup. That might be it now.
Wow.
Big shame.
Very emotional scenes coming out of the NWSL.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Can't move on TikTok for those videos.
Oh my God, all of the fan cams about Kristen Press. And all of the fan cams of Tobin watching Kristen.
Tobin's done like a t-shirt drop to commemorate Kristen Press's retirement. To be fair, all the proceeds go to charity, but it's still very Tobin and Kristen.
Yeah, I mean, every time like Re-Ink does those, like, and Tobin's done a new art piece to celebrate something, like, okay. But it was, I feel like maybe the newer generation of women's football fans who kind of only have known Tobin Heath and Kristen Press in this kind of like 3 years of approaching retirement. Never got to see Kristen
them in their
Press.
prime.
She was electric. She was one of the most fun players to watch.
And she's been so riddled with injury the last few years since they've kind of blown up, hasn't she? That maybe people didn't see that.
Didn't see that in her prime. I also don't really realise like how like difficult her career was in terms of not just the injuries but all of the like off the field stuff. She was really big and challenging because she suffered so much from it, from the toxic and abusive environments in the NWSL. Like, she was being traded without her consent. She had like abusive coaches. She withdrew herself from selection for mental health reasons, and then was effectively punished for that. Like, she's done a lot.
A real trailblazer,
yeah. And also gave us the gayest moment in women's football history ever when she scored and Tobin Heath just dropped to her knees in like sheer joy. But she'll be, as will Ali Riley. I thought Ali Riley's honesty, speaking about like the difficulties of dealing with pain around it, and like she's effectively retiring because she doesn't want to live like this anymore, which I think there's like an honesty there that you don't often get.
That's quite brutal to hear, to be honest, because that's obviously the reality for a lot of players, especially nearing typical retirement age. But people don't talk publicly about pain and suffering. Apart from Lucy Bronze, who's like, I play through it.
It means nothing to me.
Lucy Bronze like, Peyton, no, don't know her. Don't
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I just saw it was quite refreshing to hear that level of like honesty.
Also, any interview I've ever heard with Ali Riley, she just seems like the most genuine, like kind, sweet person.
Do you remember when New Zealand got their first ever World Cup win? It was like on home soil, and she was just like in floods of tears afterwards. I'm so glad you got that moment.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, alongside Jess Fishlock, 3 like massive retirements announced this week.
Alex Greenwood, don't you dare.
Don't get any ideas.
Don't get any ideas. One I shout out before we go to someone I met actually at work this week at the Mercury Prize, Jocelyn from a band called Walk Disco, who approached me while I was several drinks in and said how much they love Screamers. I was deeply uncool about it. But the combination of the alcohol and like worlds colliding, I think my first phrase was, how do you know my podcast? So I handled it really well, guys. I did really well. But yeah, shout out to Walk Disco.
We've hit the big time. That's all for Screamers this week, but come back next week when we will be fresh back from Cardiff and we will be digging into the England-Brazil game. But until then,
follow us across Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at Screamers_pod. We'll live stream the chess from the coach. Or if you want, you can email us at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And please follow, rate and review us wherever you're listening to us right now so we can reach more women's football fans.
bye.
Bye.